1 second. All right. Welcome back from the break. We just finished killing up some of those kobolds, and sort of everyone's sort of breathing heavy. They're ready for a rest. What do you do?
What are you talking about? I'm ready to run. I suggest that we search the bodies, secure the area, and find some place with cover for a rest. What do you say, guys?
How far are we from the city entrance?
Here it's about a half a day's travel, and so you probably wouldn't get back before night at this point.
Plus, given all the random traps and the state of our, current health, it's probably a bad idea to
Well,
not rest.
yeah, I just didn't know how far away we were,
Yeah.
and if we took the same path that we just came on, it'd be fairly safe.
Eh, true
But
enough.
given that it's
We'd
getting
have to
dark,
hope there's no
or will be
kobolds
dark before we
anywhere.
get back.
So, does my plan sound like the plan?
Let's see if we can find a suitable place for shelter that's defendable.
Oh,
Right.
that's exactly what I'm suggesting.
The two of
I rolled
you.
a 20.
Okay. Uh, the two of you get 16 gold
Together or apart?
total. That's like the total of it.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Did you split some with the other people?
I did not. No. So you can choose to split it with them, the guards, or not. It's up to you.
Well, are they being? Am I aware if they're actually being paid to guard us?
You don't know.
All right. So how many of us? There's five.
Yeah, there are two
Um.
guards, and there's Coyden.
All right. So seems to me that we each get 3 gold apiece, and then give the extra gold to Coyden because this was her kind of bounty.
Oh, when the guards happily take it, and then when you try to give it to Coyden, she says like, "Oh no, I don't need that. I was here for the adventure. I don't need gold. You can have that."
Well, if you want to buy better equipment, you're gonna need it eventually. So I suggest that she takes it.
She she gives you like a sly smile, and she's like, "Sure, I'll buy the equipment." And then she like pockets the 3 gold.
Um. Okay. Um. I'm up to 63 if you're keeping track on your side.
All right.
Um. Did you mention to Dan how you're doing loot on this?
Oh yeah. So the way loot works is basically like I'm just sort of like you loot everything, you collect whatever's worth it, and then I'm just sort of fast forwarding and like you going back and selling it and stuff. So I'm just turning everything into gold immediately, unless it's like something special. Which actually, come to think of it, is you do find one of those little like in that guy's satchel. He had one more bomb that didn't go
Uh-huh.
off, so one of you
Uh-huh.
can keep that.
I don't want anything to do with it.
Do I know anything about how they function?
You could give me an intelligence check. You saw one like work, so like you might be able to piece it together. Yep.
18.
You feel like you could get it to work.
Okay. I guess my guy would take it then.
Cool. All right. So let me know when that comes up if you want to
Okay.
fight. All right. So y'all can, if we're taking a rest, you find a suitable place. You just kind of camp out like just off of where you are now because you definitely cleared it out. And
Uh-huh.
then you guys all rest, so you can roll hit dice if you need to heal up.
Okay.
I didn't get hit because my character was so savvy with their tactical awareness and shit.
No one matched your technical brilliance. Yeah, got it.
Cool. I'm up to 9.
All right. Yeah, the dwarves all patch themselves up. None of them have any real like medical skills or anything like that, but they do their best to sort of field wrap and things like that. Coyden's still looking pretty banged up. but the dwarves look more or less fine.
Well, I guess we need to decide where while we're camping. I'll mention we need to decide where to go from here. Do we head back and rest up a little bit, or do we try and push forward and explore a little more? What do you guys think?
I guess I'll talk to the mayor and see what his goals are.
That would require us heading back then.
Koyden says, "I want to go. I want to go explore more. Like, she's ready to go."
Hmm. Well, I mean, I'm not scared if that's what you're suggesting. Like, I could still go forward.
When you say that, she looks at Raylene and says, "That's something someone scared would say. That's something someone scared."
Why is she looking at? Oh, she's looking at me to say that.
Yeah, so she's like, after Burble said that, she's like, "That's something someone scared would say." Like she's trying to egg you on. Burble's on.
I just say that I take no part in this childishness. Um, my
Burbles is like,
my
no.
decisions are based on, you know, fact and judgment, solid judgment, not petty cock waving.
Fine.
Well, I'm actually ready to keep going and exploring. So,
Um, all right. Then the question is, where to head now? Like, where would we like to explore now?
Uh,
um, we should we should keep track of where we are and maybe leave like a trail of breadcrumbs or something.
yeah, you notice that Koyden has actually been like marking trees as you guys have been making a path, so you can follow your way back that way.
Also, we kind of, we're following, like, we're essentially our home's a whole ass mountain.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like, where's the mountain?
Well,
And
we're under a canopy where you can't see anything
we
right
can
now.
climb.
Yeah, and Raylene has walked this path twice now, so they're
Oh
starting
my
to get it.
gosh, can you just call me Donnie? You're butchering my name so badly.
All right,
So
all right,
badly.
all right. Fine. Donnie's character has walked this path twice, so
There we go. Yeah. So, I'm totally, I mean, I think, either way, I think we'll be able to find our way back if we're marking trees and whatnot.
okay. All right. So it's starting to get a little late now, but you probably have like maybe 2 hours left of daylight. So which direction do you go? Do you head north, south? Are you trying to?
I think, well, the ultimate goal is probably to head towards that ginormous tower in the center and see what's going on there.
Okay. Okay. So we will do some rolls here. See.
All right. While we're rolling and stuff and we're walking along, we'll keep our same formation as before. And I just want to run my fingers through my greasy brown hair and just kind of feel out Shanley, see if she's got anyone special in her life.
So
Oh,
what do you
that's
say
a
to her?
she. I didn't even realize that was a she.
Yeah. Shanley's she. Yeah.
Uh, is that like the fucking female version of Stan?
What's
Right.
up,
So
Shanley? How's it going?
not too bad. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. Being outside in this forest, and like she says that, and definitely gets hit by a trap in that exact moment. Um, and then let me see if she can make the saving throw. Uh, she doesn't. So she's like, I'm getting the hang of this, and then just like a dart just like flies into her
Hits
arm.
her in the neck.
Into her arm?
Yeah. Just,
Okay, can I also make a reflex saving throw? or something.
What would you like? Oh, you want to like catch her or something?
Uh, yeah, I want to act like I made it so it only hit her in the arm with my quick thinking.
Okay, sure. Yeah, make either a sleight of hand or an athletics check.
Uh, there we go. Just want to make sure I get the bonus correct. 20s all night when
Yeah.
I'm not in combat.
So
Uh, so I shove her arm forward. Obviously not like I notice it after it hits her, but like I do it so quickly. I want it to appear as though because of me she only got hit in the arm.
right, yeah. So she totally buys that, and like you can see, there's like this moment, like when you like push her arm and like she gets hit, and then she looks back up at you, and like you can see her kind of doing the math, like it probably would have hit her some like in the chest or somewhere
Yeah.
worse, and she like takes it out, and she just says thank you so much.
Poison still kills her anyway, though. So
Quick,
Yes.
sign this paper first.
So she does take some damage, but she like takes it out and she throws it to the ground. She's like, "Thanks." And then she's like, "I'm sorry. What were you saying?"
uh, Burbles was just kind of hitting on her, just
Go
kind of
ahead.
like
Go ahead.
uh, talking about how she handles herself, maybe something about her appearance.
What
Uh,
well, what do you like about her appearance? What is Burbles like about her appearance?
uh,
her beard is just majestic.
the way she fills out her armor.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna opt out of the rest of this game.
All right. So we do
Why
a
is it
fade.
necessary and very important to the storyline?
Yeah, well, so you say that, and she sort of smiles, and then we'll fade away to a couple of other shots of you guys trying to travel through this forest in the direction of the tower. Um, I'm gonna need you, Burbles, to make another like a perception check for me.
17. We're on fire.
Nice.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you see like in the ground, sort of covered up by these leaves, like a stone, like a big stone, sort of just set into the ground, um, and you think it's like very weird, it obviously is covered up in a way that would do that. It's about 10, 15 feet ahead of you.
Well, she's also ahead of me, so I guess what I'll do is get closer to her and then deliberately wait till she's almost going to step on it and then save her again
Okay. Okay.
with my cunning.
She's like, "What's wrong?"
uh, I motion to the ground and I'm like, and I just point out like the uh, the problem with it and why I believe it's trapped.
Oh, she's like, "Okay. What do you want to do?"
Uh, do I understand enough about it to know that it's like there's no tree ready to like drop on top of it like a deadfall. It's more like a pit trap of some kind or a pressure plate.
You're unsure. Like, I mean, there's definitely something weird about it, and it's being covered up. So you'd have to like uncover it in some way or
I
something.
don't think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'll just tell everyone to walk around it.
Sure.
As I'm getting close, does it look like one of the type of stones we saw in the tree?
It does, in fact, if you'd like to make an Arcana check.
I would, in fact, like to make an Arcana check. Three. 10.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. It's a different spell. You think you don't know this spell. It's not as like famous as Magic Missile.
Uh-huh.
But you definitely think if you stepped on this, there would be some sort of magic discharge of some kind.
Okay, I am going to
I I just get away from it, and
All right.
I bring what's her face,
Yeah, they all follow you.
Okay, I'm going
Shanley.
to investigate it a little further.
Come on, Shanley, let's back up. We don't want anything bad to happen.
All right. So what are you doing, Donnie?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to investigate it a little further and see if I can find whatever would trigger on it.
Yeah. So last time it was just if you touched it. So you think if someone just stepped on the stone or touched it with their hand, some sort of like a body, that would just set it off.
hmm hmm I'm gonna get a really long stick, and I'm gonna probably like a 10-foot stick, and just push it a little bit with the end of the stick, and see if that does anything.
A stick doesn't seem to react at all. You think that there's something about like it needs to be some sort of like a creature or something like
So physical contact
yeah.
with it is what I deduce. Okay. Um.
Could hang a piece of meat over the top of it and get a wild creature to come check it out.
Uh. Okay. I am going to take a bit of a risk, and I am going to rip off a big chunk of my noble's clothing from my sack, and I'm going to using the cloth and not my hands, see if I can pick it up.
What's your strength?
Is it that big?
Yeah, it's like
Oh, then I won't attempt to do that. Sorry, I thought it was a smaller one. Then that doesn't make any sense that I would try and do that. Can I take that back?
yeah.
Um, no. Okay. I am then gonna just follow the rest of the people and given my further understanding of what's actually going on,
All right.
um, I will just chalk that up as an L.
Okay. Yeah.
Or actually,
Well,
that's a break even.
I mean, you noticed it. Yeah, I like the idea of it sort of breaking even there.
Um, just as we go along, if half hour passes without seeing anything, I'm just gonna pretend to find another one and protect Shanley again.
All right.
I feel like she trusts me now.
Make a deception check.
18.
All right. She crit. So she now thinks something's up. Like you think you do a pretty good job of like pointing out a trap, but then like when there's no trap after you investigate, she's starting to get a little slidey game.
You're a
Uh,
little too close to the sun there, Icarus.
uh, am I aware that does she say or do anything to let me know that she doesn't believe me, or does she
Um,
behave differently?
not like immediately, but you can tell sort of like after another couple minutes of travel, like she's starting to she's sort of confused. Like you definitely feel like it's more distant or something.
All right.
You done fucked up.
Oh man,
All right. So
all the pageantry of a high school dance.
yeah. I think I have a feeling like you're sort of watching this, and you're pretty charismatic, so you sort of been you like know what's happening the whole time, and you're just like, you know. All right.
Well, I don't think my character knows that he's intent. I don't think he knows that he's faking traps, because then I would have to be passing checks and stuff. But I probably am aware that he's doing a ham-handed job of trying to court her.
Yes. Yeah. That for sure.
It's
Um.
real bad.
All right.
Very.
So, uh, so there's about like an hour left, and you come upon like one of the like a larger tree inside of this forest. It's just big trees kind of all over, but this one seems like larger and sort of just stand out. So you kind of walk to it,
Mhm.
and you see sort of all of these books just sort of strewn about all everywhere. A bunch of them are torn up. Some of them have like daggers, like like has been like stabbed into it. They're not really in good condition. But the other thing that you do see, as you guys are kind of, I'm putting you all down here, just coming upon it, you see a bunch of dead kobolds, sort of just strewn about, like either on top of the books. Some of them are like in the books, but they're just all sort of spread out, like near the books.
Okay. I'm gonna, I guess, attempt to make a perception check and make sure there's no one in hiding near us,
Okay.
near this. An 11.
An 11. Could I actually have you uh, make, instead of a perception check, could I have you make an Arcana check?
Yep, sure. Crit 20.
Cool.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you think you sort of start looking around at like what you think would be like a mundane, like a human or a larger predator than a kobold or whatever, and then quickly you realize like, nah, some weird magic bullshit's going on. As you like notice, some of these books have like arcane writing in them,
Mhm.
um, and uh, as you're looking at one, you sort of see the pages. Like there's no wind down here. It's since it's so dense, you see one of the pages just sort of like flitter a little bit, and then like another book near it also kind of flutters a little bit, and then they sort of quiet down. But no one else seems to notice that.
So I think this is a magical creature, the books.
I mean, it's either the books are magic or something's going on or a magical creature. Something's definitely magical going on here.
Okay. I will say, hang back a minute, friends. Something magical's afoot here. I don't know if it's the books themselves or something's controlling them, but I'm getting the sense of magic in the air. Something killed these kobolds.
I'm feeling something magical too. What about you, Shanley?
She does not engage. She like, you like say her name and look over at her, and she's just sort of looking at the books. Like she just continues to look forward. Like, and now you're like, oh, she definitely knows. Like that, your internal
Smooth
monologue.
as month-old mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Stand back, people. I know what to do. I'm going to go investigate.
All right. So for no reason in particular, I would like you to move your character, like path the character as you'd like to go. Yeah.
All right. Nice straight line. Ignoring Donnie's character, who knows about this and should be the one investigating.
I'm just gonna let him go.
Yep.
Okay. That's so. Yep. So you stop right there. You get to the edge of the first book right here, um, and then you are going to get hit with a surprise round attack. Um, this
Fucking idiot.
uh, okay. So what happens is so a lot happens kind of all at once. So you see, Donnie, give me. Actually, I'll just roll. I'll keep your 20 for the others. All right, I'll roll for the others. Okay, so none of the others notice this. Donnie, you see what happens is this book, it evaporates. A magic missile shoots out at Dan and just clocks him right in the chest. And then while Dan is reacting, you see like this sort of blue blur move out and into another book, like kind of just, and then moves into like back into the pile.
Ah,
Dan, you're gonna take 5 damage.
Down to 3.
okay. You want an initiative roll from us now?
Yeah. So let's go into initiative.
6. I am going to as a free action, though, say that it's something with the books. It's traveling between the books. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all my character can be like. Oh, it's traveling between the books. Be careful. That's all I can. That's all I can manage to put to words in that period of time.
Okay.
We're rolling initiative, right?
Yep. Roll initiative. Yep.
15.
Dean. Okay. So Dan, you are first.
Do I see it move to another book or something?
Give me a perception check. At disadvantage because you got hit.
Because you're retarded.
Nope. Because you saw it got hit. Because you got hit.
I rolled a natural 20
Okay.
and a 4.
Yeah, you don't like the only information that you have about it moving to another book is what Donnie's character said.
All right. I'm going to walk back and try and brush off or act like it didn't hurt very much when I got hit. And say, yeah, I think it was a trap. We should be good now.
Are you so you're double moving at this point?
Yeah, I go back in a hurry, but try to act like I'm walking at my normal speed.
So you're doing like a one of those power walks, like the
Like when someone's trying to walk across the street and there's cars coming and they feel bad.
Okay. All right. So the dwarves all sort of hold their action and they sort of look to you, Donnie, to like see what to do. They kind of like what do you want us to do? Like we don't know how to fight this thing.
Um, hang back and see for a second, and let's see if this works. I say, and I attempt to cast an Eldritch Blast on the book that I saw it run into.
Okay.
Do I don't get any like minus to hit because it's a book in a pile of books or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It's a regular attack.
16.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Yep.
Uh,
Yeah. So you shoot at it, and now I think everyone sees what happens. Like it sees it coming and tries to like jump into a different book, but it like it get you just clip it, and then it just dives into another book. All right, cool. So do you tell the dwarves on your turn what? So so you do that. Do you say anything after you do that to the dwarves to like what they should do?
um, I say, I guess we go after whatever book it's in.
Okay.
That's the best I can come up with.
All right. So they double move and go up to the books, and Koyan's just gonna come right here. All right. All right. Cool. So then it goes at the end of the order. Um. Donnie, give me another Arcana check. All right, so this book is sort of splayed open, and you see the writing on it starting to vanish. Um, you you this spell is one you don't recognize, but it is a spell. You notice that much, and then the writing vanishes.
Okay, so it's casting a spell, but I don't recognize what the spell is. What you're telling me?
So it doesn't actually cast anything. Like the writing on the book, you know that it's a spell, and the writing disappears.
Okay, so the spell text is disappearing out of the book.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, and now it's your turn because you're the top of the order.
I attempt to target the book again, I guess.
Actually, was Dan? Were you first? Sorry, was Dan at the top of the order, or were you?
I think.
Yeah, it was
I,
actually Dan first. So Dan.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think I went first because I just said hold on for a second
Yeah.
or something to that effect. Hey Dan, you want to take a turn?
Yes. He's just not. He just keeps muting himself.
Yeah, I mute myself so I don't make noise while people are talking. I walk up here. Can I shoot the book?
Yeah, you could shoot the book. So your attack is going to be a disadvantage because you don't know exactly what's happening.
13.
A 13 just barely misses.
Okay. Okay, Jason. Let's see what's happening here.
13s, huh?
Yeah, it's an unlucky number. What can I say?
Some BS, if you ask me.
All right, the
Even though
dwarves
you
are going
didn't
to
ask
attack.
me.
Dwarves are going to attack.
They go before me too.
Yeah, they normally went before you, but they waited because they didn't know what to do.
Gotcha.
So this dwarf just ventures into the pile, and like they just starts just sorting at books haphazardly.
Sorting books.
This one starts sorting at books haphazardly as well, but actually connects with the creature. You
So
hear
the book creature or the
So
book
it's a creature. We know it's a creature.
it's a creature, yeah.
Well, no. What I'm saying is like the creature in a book, or does he catch it like in between?
Yeah, in a book. Like he
Okay.
hits a book, and then it just sort of like you hear like a screech basically from the book. All right, and it does some damage. And then she's gonna go. She goes and she fires a crossbow, and then like she's like realize that doesn't work, and then advances after the crossbow. So
Does she still have my crossbow?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't ask for it back, and she's a rogue, so I would assume she just kept it until you like say something.
Fucking fair enough, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So now it is your turn, Nani.
Um. All right. Let's see. I guess I'll aim for the book.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, definitely hits.
8 damage.
8. Nice. All right. Yeah, that's a hit. Strong hit. So you see it flutters from one book to another. You guys can all basically track it now. But what it does is it shoots out a cone of acid, just and it hits Caden, Koiden, and this dwarf here, Clust. And do they make their saving throws? They do not. So
Wait, why is she using a crossbow in melee range?
well, she like fired her crossbow into the books and then realized that wasn't gonna work, and then she like advanced to take out her daggers and start stabbing.
So she. Okay. All right.
All right. So they both fail their saving throws and each take some damage. She did not like that very much. She kind of didn't. She's like not doing good. And Clust, it sort of like puts up his shield, and then it sort of still like oozes onto him. So he didn't like that very much either.
You don't say.
Yeah, not good.
Not too keen on an acid bath, huh?
no. You would think that it'd be fine, but
Right? Well, some people are just picky, I guess.
Yeah. All right, cool. So top of the order, Dan.
All right. Do I know if magic books burn, or is that like?
You have no idea. You don't have a frame of reference for that.
All right. I throw my torch on the pile of books, then, and I say, "I'll burn the shit out of this fucker."
Okay, give me a survival check.
I can't see how this could fail. There's no way.
Am I gonna realize that I'm gonna start a forest fire?
I mean, maybe, but I think this is sort of just like how like you can pick which books are better to burn, or like how fast to burn it, or whatever.
This is not really my cup of tea. This whole survival thing.
Thinking, not really my thing.
16.
All right, cool. 16. Yeah, you do pretty good. All right. I'm gonna pause the stream here for a second. Oh, okay. I see what's happening now. All right. Cool. So 16. Yeah. So you throw this book or this torch, and it just lands on the books, and then they start to just sort of catch fire a little bit and start spreading out.
Good old-fashioned book burning.
Yeah, it's a shame half of our freaking party's standing on the pile.
I don't think it ignites
Idiot.
immediately. Huh? It will ignite immediately.
I mean, it doesn't like
Zero reaction
erupt.
time.
It doesn't
Everyone's
erupt.
like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to stand here and burn.
Yeah, it doesn't like erupt into like a just. But like, yeah, it's not great.
I don't know. We got a party member who used her attack, and then ran into melee range to eat shit. So I mean,
well, she didn't know that it was gonna shoot acid at her.
I think our. Anyways,
All right.
yeah, carry
So
on.
her turn. She is going to make an attack and then run. She just stabs a couple books, then she's like, "No, I'm good again." And she just runs out this way. These dwarves think that they have some time before, the inferno gets them. This dwarf hits. You hear another squeal as more damage is dealt to this creature. The other dwarf almost crits, but does not, and then does some more damage to it. So yeah, so they're able to like between the two of them, they're like able to track the book now, or the creature, and then they're just going at it. But you don't think that they can stay there for very long before the fire starts to kind of get them. All right, Donnie, your turn.
Okay. Well, I think I will attempt to attack the thing.
Okay.
Again, and say, maybe get off the burning books.
That makes sense.
13.
13 does not hit. It just barely misses.
I'm shocked. I'm just shocked.
Remember how 13 misses? Isn't that funny?
This is shocking.
Shocking. All right.
So yeah, I then that's my turn. That's it.
All right. So it seems to jump away from the fire, and then Donnie, again, you see it like it seems to be eating, or it like moves to a book, and then the writing moves away, and it seems to be like eating the writing basically.
Right. So it's probably not going to go back to the same books.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So top of the order is Dan.
All right.
Let's go, Purple.
Can you highlight where he is currently?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna give you. Let me see here. Just for realism, I'm gonna put an additional book in here. So this will be the book that he is in. This one here.
Look at that. So he moved way over there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Guess that means he's not next to an ally, so I don't get minuses for shooting at him from here.
Correct. Well, I mean, you're still getting disadvantage because it's just a book, just trying to hit a book.
Okay. 5, 10, 15.
Should I have been rolling with disadvantage then?
So you're able to track it because you did so well with your Arcana check. So like you understand that it's a creature in there, and they just think that it's a book. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So the difference there is like they think it's just attacking the book, but there's actually something in it.
Gotcha.
All right. I run up to the book and try to stab it with my longsword, but miss.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So dwarves are going to come over as well. And more fire happens. Dwarves.
You should put the fire in the initiative and have it spread slowly.
All right, I will do that. It'll happen after the dwarves. All right, the dwarves try to attack this thing, but they miss it. Koiden can't get an attack. Just like you have to roll super well, and she does not roll that well. Actually, no, wait, she does. She rolls super well and somehow gets a bolt in there. Nice. All right, cool. Does some damage. All right, she hits the book, and it squeals, and the fire is going to move now. Let me do some drawing. Red. All right, fire is this box here. Cool. All right, Donnie.
Okay. I guess I'm going to hit the book again.
Okay.
Fuck this game.
It's another 13, eh?
Yes. I'm suspecting roll 20 is rigging some things. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. So,
The person who knows most about how to kill it can't kill it.
Ah, man, I know. This is bad luck today.
yeah, yeah. All right. So I'm gonna need you, Dan, to make a Constitution saving throw, and I'm gonna make one for the dwarves.
Seven? Is seven good?
It is not good. All right.
It's not good.
So,
Definitely not as good as a 13, but
yeah. So, Jesus. Okay. So Shanley stays up. However, Clust and Dan both take 9 damage, and Clust goes down, and I assume Dan also goes down.
on top of the pile of books that is about to catch fire.
Yeah, yeah. It like basically like a thunder wave just erupts from this thing, just and it makes a
You,
huge sound.
so exactly that is what is happening. A thunder wave.
Yeah, exactly a thunder wave. Correct.
Okay, so Dan is down. Other dwarf is down. Koiden's up.
Yep.
Koiden, pull them out of there before they catch fire.
She nods, and then
Because I'm not going to do it.
she nods and moves over to Dan and drags Dan back about this far. Cool. It doesn't make any attacks of opportunity. It doesn't. It doesn't seem to do that thing. All right, it's your turn, Donnie.
Let's go 13.
13.
22.
That hits. How much damage you doing?
1. 3.
All right, that's some damage.
Some damage was dealt.
Woo!
Nice. All right, Dan, I'm gonna need you to make a death saving throw, please.
No.
Dan, I'm gonna need you to die then.
Yeah, I guess you die.
Yes, that's it. Good game, gang.
All right, so
right.
mark that as one loss.
1 loss.
All right.
Oh, weird. Can't get a 13 now.
Yeah. All right. So this dwarf is also going to make a death saving throw, but makes it. And then the other dwarf drags this dwarf out. Koiden continues to drag Dan farther away. And then the fire continues to happen. That goes another square, so all this fire. All right. The book it attempts to jump to one of these books, or the creature. It attempts to jump to a book over here in this direction, but it doesn't make it. It makes it about here. You can actually no, it doesn't make it all the way, but like you see it, like it doesn't get a turn, like it double moves. But you can see it as basically this sort of floating blue, like it's kind of ethereal in a way, but it has like all the like magic runes that it's been like eating, sort of just traveling around in its body.
Neat.
Um, if you would, I can show you an image later. Um,
This guy's cool. I like this guy.
so it doesn't have any more actions to do over there, but it is over there. Uh, back to Donnie.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to attack it.
All right, let's do it.
Wait,
Go
I had a
down.
long rest, didn't I?
No, you had a short rest.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Aha! 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Aha! 8 damage.
Nice.
Please die.
It does not die,
Oof.
but yeah, you're definitely hit it. It's not doing good. All right, cool. So Dan, make a death saving throw, please.
You got it.
Pass. All right. Dwarf makes a death saving throw. Fails.
I could have died right then.
Yep. If you rolled a 1, you could have died. That's true. All right. Uh, Koiden makes an attack and hits. And the other dwarf is going to just throw like his hand axe at it. And hits. Cool. Yeah, a couple of good hits to it. Its turn. It again. You see, Donnie, you see the pages to start clearing out of one of the books. Give me an Arcana check to see if you know what that spell is.
That's right. 22.
22, you said?
Yes, sir.
All right. This one is it is another magic missile.
Okay, so this tells me that the next thing he casts will be a magic missile.
Mm-hmm. If
Okay.
the pattern is correct, yeah.
Okay, I say expect a magic missile for whatever that's worth, because I don't think I can do anything with that information. Really, I can't stop him doing it. Because I can hit anyone on the map right now with its range. I'm assuming so.
Can you cast magic missile, Donnie?
I cannot.
Just Eldritch Blast,
That's well, no, I can cast other things, but
Witch Bolt.
All right, it is your turn, Donnie.
the way way it works right now, that's the only thing I can cast repeatedly, and it's probably the most powerful thing I have. That I can use consistently. 19.
That hits.
4 damage.
Cool.
Ah, you son of a.
All right, Dan, saving throw.
All right, this is how Burbles dies. Call it.
Oh no.
All right, Burbles is dead.
Oh, it's so tragic. He seemed like such a swell guy too, you know.
All right.
So, one of the things we had discussed, and it doesn't really matter at level 1, but one of the things we had discussed about game rules at the end of last game is that, like, if you once you've reached a character level, like you can, if your character dies, you can come back in with a new character of the same level of what your character was when they died. So, like, say old Burbies had hit level 2 and died, you could make a level 2 character to replace them.
Yeah, right.
Oh, cool.
So basically the leveling system in this game is basically like you need to play games equal to the level that you're going to get. So to get to level 2, you need to play 2 games. But even though Burbles die, I'll still allow you to be like, I have played 1 game, so you're halfway to level 2 with your new character.
I see. Uh, shoot, I really like the stat rolls that I got with that guy too.
Boy,
I guess that's the only thing I'm sad about.
it is unfortunate.
Shanley sheds one single tear.
All these notes I took on Burbles.
I actually really thought that character was going to be fun in the long run. Oh well. So Barble shows up.
yeah, yeah. All right. So, Croydon takes this pretty hard. She regrets like maybe not trying to help you more. She doesn't really have medicine skill, but like she's like, oh, maybe I could have done something. Like you could tell she's kind of shaken by this, Donnie. She doesn't exactly know
Okay.
what to do.
I'm not really worried about her feelings right now, though.
That's fair. That's fair.
This thing is still gonna kill us if we don't fight it. So
Yeah.
we'll mourn the dead later.
Yeah. All right. Do you say that to her?
No, I don't say anything. About that. I might say something like, "Focus on the task at hand," and then.
Okay. Yeah. So that sort of shakes her out of it, and then she'll shoot at a crossbow at it and miss. This dwarf is going to try to stabilize the other dwarf and fail, and the dwarf fails another saving throw. So that's 2 fails and 1 pass for that dwarf. All right, Donnie, your turn.
I again attempt to attack the creature.
We'll take care of rolling your character stuff after this combat, Dan.
Oh, all right.
16.
16. That's a hit.
Good. 6 damage.
That kills him.
Oh, thank God.
So the book that's sort of moving, sort of just sits, and then like this sort of blue ooze that like just runs out of it. It's like a blue mixed with black, and it looks like ink just sort of like gushes out of the book.
Okay. All right. Does it like evaporate or something? I don't know.
I mean, it's just like a bunch of ink.
Okay, got it. Magical ink?
Maybe.
I will attempt to collect it with one of my ink jars, which I have.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another Arcana check.
Sure. Natural 1.
You like scoop up some of it, like a small amount, but it gets all over your hands too. Like it just sort of like your hands.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, your hands are really covered in ink and like blue weirdness.
I hate getting blue weirdness on me.
Yeah. All right. I need to stop getting this drawing thing. All right. So the fire continues to burn.
Hey, do we want to attempt to put that out, gang, or nah? Or
So this dwarf's turn, he tries to stabilize the other dwarf. Fails. Death saving throw. Fails.
So the other dwarf's dead too?
Clust has died. Or, oh no, yeah. Yeah. No, it was Shani who was alive, and then Clust is dead. So.
Bummer. Wow.
I'm sure YouTube will point out how like I messed up the order of those dwarves, but
It's pronounced Shanley. I don't know why you keep screwing up people's names.
Shanley? Isn't that what I said?
You said
You've said about 8 things, Jason.
Okay. All right, so
But-
Clust is dead. Shanley is alive.
Oh, good. Wonder if she's single. Just kidding.
ready to mingle.
And she is very sad.
Ready to tingle. All right. So, I suggest that we secure the area and perhaps do something about the bodies like a burial of some sort.
Do you want to try and put out this fire or?
Oh, that was part of securing the area, Jay.
Okay. All right. So let's me and you both make like basically an advantage survival check to see if we can kind of deal with this before it goes nuts.
Yeah. His last act was to burn down a beautiful forest. Let's see. 124.
Cool. So
I try
you.
and spit on the fire to put it out, apparently.
I mean, you're helping Coyden and Shanley, and they're able. Like what they do is they just sort of dig like a trench around it, like where it's like getting worse. So it takes some time and a lot of effort, but it doesn't spread like a crazy amount. Like they're just digging, and they both have shovels, and they're just trying to like put dirt on it and stuff like that. So it's well into the night now, and you get it under control. And the
Okay.
uh, so what's going to happen now is as you get it under control, your amulet sort of
Oh, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up,
oh
hold up,
sorry.
hold up. If they're doing their thing, I'm gonna search for loot.
Sure. So you find uh, like amongst the books, you find one of those crystalline magic rocks that Keen, the Mayor McCheese, as you call him, referenced.
The solid magic.
Yeah, it's a crystallized magic rock.
Yeah. Okay. Um. All right. Got it.
All right, so your amulets pulse, and you realize that this guard does not have an amulet. So
I
they,
take Dan's.
okay, yeah, they don't know what like you know what I mean. Like they were confused about like is it are we gonna leave his body out here and stuff like that. Uh,
Can we just assume that like the day we spent, the rest of the day involved burying the bodies?
you don't have that much time. You could
Okay.
the only thing that you could either put the bodies into the fire or leave them there, or
Into
let
the
the fire
fire.
go out of
Into
control.
the fire.
All right. So you put the bodies into the fire, and then he takes the amulet, and then or she takes the amulet, and then all of you go home.
We're fairly confident that like when we leave, the fire's not going to burn the whole fucking forest down.
Yeah, you are fairly confident in that fact. Yep.
Okay, that's important.
All right. Cool. All right. So you come back. You arrive in the great hall, just the three of you. Uh, Keen sort of looks and he says, "Are you going back out to get Burbles?"
Burbles has died.
Oh, I I hope that it was like last time.
What do you mean? Like the last time he died? I don't know.
No, like when you had to go retrieve Tristan.
Oh, you had hoped it was like the last time. Well, such is the life of an adventurer, I guess.
He nods and he says, "Did the did and Clust is he gone as well?"
Both dead. Sorry.
He sighs and he says, "All right, I'll have to find a way to tell the others."
Like my character is just not remorseful. That's all. Um. Uh. He's just, I say, well, it's not a total loss. I did manage to recover this, and I give him the.
Ah, excellent. This we can put to good use. Um, so, um, we're gonna kind of go out of game. So this can you can attribute this to one of the sort of pillars of the kingdom. There you could, your options are, um, you could give it to one of the basic sort of things. Like you could give it to the military and they can forge it into weapons or something like that, and that would just be like a like just a boost of the number. Or you could give it to like a crafter of some kind, and they can sort of start opening up other things. So if you wanted to find an alchemist, say they could start creating potions that have magic in them. If you wanted to give it to a like a church, they could be more bolstered in their divine magics. You could give it to the smith, and they could start learning how to make magic weapons. So this is basically like imagine like a feat point for or a point like for upgrading your civilization.
All right. So probably something with the ability. Yeah, probably the alchemist would be a good way to start because we'll need healing potions.
Okay.
That
Uh,
seems to be a big thing we need.
okay.
Um, yeah, so at this point I'm gonna bring I guess I'll walk Coyton back to her place and say, so you got a taste of what real, adventuring is actually like. Still think you have the stomach for it?
She gives you like a smile and she's like, getting better every day. And then she like kind of like you know
I've played 2 sessions now. I'm level 2 as well.
yeah, she does. She does do that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, perhaps perhaps we'll take you along again sometime.
She says, "Can't wait." And then
Maybe even next time.
she
Never
yeah
know.
she like walks into her house and she's like, see you tomorrow. And she like closes the door.
Hi there.
All right. So
Is that going to be the session for the day?
yeah, that's where we're gonna call it. Donnie, you get to level up since you have
Okay.
played 2 games.
Now, for hit points, are we doing like roll but at least half?
Uh, so yeah, that's a good question. So I do personally like that. I've seen some other options where it's more of like you can either take half or just roll, which I think the gambler in me really likes that. So that's like kind of like it gives it an extra choice.
Eh, I think I think roll but at least half is just, especially when you're dealing with people who are playing not as consistently. Like you wouldn't want someone who only shows up once in a while to end up with like 12 hit points at level 3, and then like when they do show up they just eat shit and die.
Sure, that's fair. Dan, what do you
Um,
think? What do you think? Same opinion?
you're
You're
muted
muted.
if you're talking.
uh, what?
So
I,
for
How do you
I'm
feel
sorry.
about the hit
Oh,
points
hang
being?
on, hang on. I heard what you said about hit points. I'm sorry. I just heard typing, so I thought someone was trying to
Gotcha.
roll something up. Uh, yeah, I think rolling and getting at least half is reasonable.
okay, we'll do that then.
Uh,
I rolled max.
Didn't even need it.
can I just roll my 6 attribute points just to have?
Yeah. Oh, let me just stop the stream and we'll create some characters. Well, thank you for attending. I hope that you had some fun. I know that this was not a lot of things happened, but I hope it was cool and a lot of misses definitely happened. So remember, hit 14s. 14 is the number. All right.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.